and welcome to the Panelists, the show that asks hard-hitting questions that are thoughtful yet unenthused, numerous but still powerfully unambitious. And most importantly, this week these four assholes are going to attempt to tell you how to live your life. So good luck to them and may God have mercy on your souls. Joining me this week is Team Snakeskin Boyfriend.
You can't escape him.
He's everywhere.
That's gross. And Team Anime is an art form?
Yeah, sure is.
By literal definition.
I've been converted. I love Naruto.
So genuine, your enthusiasm for this beautiful art form, Adam.
I was trying to remember the name of one anime, and that was the best I could come up with.
You didn't even come up with Ninja Scroll.
No.
I'm giving you guys 1 point right off the bat because Adam had the name of an anime that was correct. So we haven't even gotten a question yet. But Team Anime Stand is already up 1 point. So good for them.
Oh my god.
This game's easy.
Speaking of good news, you've been involved in a minor industrial accident, but with a Hulk-like outcome, so there's a terrible side effect that gives you a great power. So are you now Darn Man, with socks that are permanently affixed to your feet but never wear out, never get holes, and never degrade in the way a normal pair of socks would do if you never took them off? Or do you become the post-nasal drop, wherein you have terrible and constant post-nasal drip, but your loogies have the power to stun and disorient because they play a sick techno sting at enormous volume when they impact with any hard surface?
Hey, Beach.
Hey, Adam.
Do you know what people hate?
A lot of things, but in particular what?
Socks and sandals.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and with these permanently attached socks, we could be the greatest heel the wrestling business has ever seen.
Right.
Yeah.
There would be
Like,
moments where we'd be like on stage and they'd be like trying to peel the sandals and the socks off, but the socks wouldn't come off.
Yeah, and we're like, they don't come off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just a walking fashion crime. I can't help it.
The point in which that happens too, everyone starts to like change their opinion of like what's going on with us.
Yeah, but then we become so hated that they start to love us.
Right.
Because that happens with every wrestling.
A heel that gets over.
Yeah.
I'm into this idea.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
What about going to the pool?
Oh.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
So I feel like the homunculus that is Team Bijadam is going in a very selfish one-man direction. Whereas I think if we're going to go superhero, we really need to start thinking about how we interact as a team. And really, there's a lot to go on here. If we can team up with the Aquaman or the Submariner, they can swim around in our loogies as they hit the ground.
That's very true.
But most importantly, if we team up with the X-Men, we've got Havoc and Jubilee who can make good use of I'm going to call them the Jacobians, nasal expulsion of sound.
I enjoy that. I like that. Good use of our juice, I think is what you were trying to say.
That's exactly it, yes.
Yep.
So you're proposing a multimedia show everywhere you go, where Jubilee, who is clearly a fictional character, but let's just ignore that for a second, would be doing fireworks and stuff, and you would be spitting on the ground and causing the drop every time.
Oh yes, it would be fantastic. And not everywhere we go, Beach. Everywhere we're needed.
Okay, I see the flaw here though, is that you're gonna go to a concert someday, right? You're gonna go to a concert, you're gonna be sitting there really enjoying it, and you're gonna realize that you've got your terrible post-nasal drip has been filling your mouth full of disgusting saliva, and then you will be like, well, I'll just discreetly spit onto the grass-covered ground of this outdoor music festival. And you will cause the drop 3 beats early, and it will just screw up the band, and everyone will want to know what happened, and they'll all look at you because you'll be known, because you're a superhero, they'll know that you've done this, and then you'll be booed and made to walk out of the auditorium.
While I appreciate the advice from Argyle Steve Austin, that wouldn't happen because we're professionals and we're heroes. We're not going to go to somebody else's concert and step on their toes. We wouldn't step on your toes, not that we could see your toes forever bedarned in socks as they are.
It's all about discipline. It's all about training yourself to use your powers to the best ability and not, go into some sort of entertainment industry and try and gain a profit from our powers.
I mean, you're going to need that discipline when the back of your throat is constantly rubbed raw by all the liquid that's been leaking down into your mouth. Because I've had post-nasal drip for like a week, and it's the worst. So you're going to have to get used to that, or it's deal with it in some sort of other fashion.
With great drops do come great responsibility.
Very true.
Would it be a bad time to mention that our two powers actually complement each other really well? If only we put aside our differences and work together. Because like everything that they have to spit out, we can wipe up with our sock feet.
That's it.
Because everybody's done it.
It's true.
Yeah, everybody spilled something on the ground and just like give it the old wipe with your foot.
You're like, oh, whatever, I'm going to wash these tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like I have definitely sloshed some tea out of my mug and then like nobody saw that. Wipe it up with my socked foot. I would not do that with a loogie that came out of another human's body. Also, you can't wash that snot out of your sock. It's just
But
on you.
You've literally said that our socks never get dirty, which means that whatever touches them just gets wicked away to the nether region.
No, I said they don't degrade or get holes like normal socks. They never wear out. I didn't say that they are some sort of like magical portal where dirt goes away and doesn't come back.
So then we would have to be constantly washing our feet. Well, we just wash our feet in the shower or the bathtub.
I mean, you wash your feet anyhow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's part of doing that.
of
So we're
course.
just washing our
Like
feet.
a normal human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't wash their feet?
I would like to step back a moment from the disgusting wiping and actually think about a bit more about what we could be collaborating on, because I think you're onto something, Adam.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, what's the most famous thing that socks have done?
Oh, being every character in Lamb Chop's play along.
I was
Yeah,
going to
that's
say
good too.
wiping up spunk, but
The point is, Beej,
I
that
would never use a sock to wipe up
Oh,
spunk.
those are two
though.
completely different answers.
Never use a sock to wipe up spunk because because those have been on the floor. That seems awful. You've been walking on them all day. I would never use. That would be awful.
You take great care with your onanism.
I have to, if I'm gonna be wearing, like, especially if I'm gonna have then if I have to use my own socks, because I'm gonna get rid of all my own socks.
So you use somebody else's socks to wipe up your spunk?
If I'm gonna wipe up my spunk, I can't use my own socks because I've gotten rid of all my own socks because I have a permanent set of socks that are perfect.
Yeah.
So if I was to wipe up my own spunk with my own feet at that point, I'm gonna have to either go into some sort of contortionist program to learn how to do that, or I'm going to have to start, as you say, using someone else's socks. I'm not going to do either of those things. I'm going to find some other sort of device in the house I can use to mop it up.
I'd like to hit on the contortionist program. Where are you genitally expectorating that you would need that level of flexibility to use your darn sock feet to mop up the... It's a point that stuck in my
I
mind.
can't get my own legs up to my head.
can I just point out that Adam has a really like haunted 1,000-yard stare going on, and that maybe we should change the subject because I want him to come back on the show.
I thought it was important to the question because you brought it up.
It was more like I just came to the stark realization that everything Beej just said I took as completely normal and wasn't freaked out by it at all. And maybe I've been friends with Beej for too long. But then I started thinking about I really like being friends with Beej, and the fact that this doesn't weird me out is kind of a nice feeling.
So you'll come back on the show as he has come back on his socks.
Yeah.
Not on my socks. On anything else in the house.
Beej, I would let you come on my super socks.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, actually. Yeah, wow. That's really kind of you.
I wouldn't even close my eyes or anything. I would just let you do it.
Yeah, just be like, well, whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, we gotta do it somewhere. Just stick my feet out.
would we be happy to mark the occasion and just, drop a sick beat for him to go out on?
Absolutely. I mean, he's already.
Oh my
dropped several-
god, yeah. Can we just work together? We have the best superpowers.
It's like shouting Shazam, only a little bit more recognizable.
Drop the beej.
Yeah.
I like it here.
I'm shocked but delighted. So what we've come down on.
Yeah.
What we've arrived at, maybe?
No, I meant what
I'm
I said.
arriving. I'm arriving.
Oh, I've arrived.
Is that Adam and Beej have been through some sort of friendship fire while they were filming Road Quest, which is coming later on the Loading Ready Run Entertainment Network sometime towards the end of the year because we're still editing it. So see what forged this deep, surprisingly permissive friendship on Road Quest, I guess. Because I haven't seen the footage, so I don't know why they're now Seaman brothers. And that...
Oh yes, I can see.
Oh my God.
I can see the comic book meat of this now.
Seaman Brothers. Is that like the Mario Brothers?
Oh, coming soon to HBO. The Seaman Brothers.
Wouldn't it be a
Band of
come
Seaman
already
Brothers.
to HBO?
Yeah.
Coming to HBO.
Yo.
And
You
then-
come on my socks.
And that despite all of that just happened, and that happened again while I was trying to do my wrap up, Jacob wants to be here. So 10 points for everybody in the power of friendship, but since I gave them a point first, Team Animes and Art Form is still winning.
Hooray!
Damn it.
But also, yay, 10 points.
Hey, all right. Happy birthday, Beach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Having a wonderful time.
Good.
Good. And also in good news, the next prompt. Good news! Your dear Aunt Euphemia has passed away, and after a great deal of legal wrangling, her estate has finally been settled by the second cheapest lawyers in town. You are now set to receive a small inheritance of little financial value, but of great sentimental value. Do you choose to inherit 17,238 pink plastic flamingos, mixed condition, or a stubborn rash? It'll clear up in about 6 weeks, but you'll probably need to go back to the doctor to get a stronger cream.
Flamingos.
Oh, boy, I'm excited. This is the one I wanted to pick.
He wanted the rash?
Yeah, it's way more interesting to talk about.
17,238 flamingos. I have my reasons. Jacob, convince me.
I'm gonna freak the shit out of some suburban fucking people. I'm gonna sneak into a suburb late at night with 17,238
238.
goddamn flamingos. And I'm gonna set them up on each person's lawn as if they were a separate country. And then we're gonna have us a little war. Oh, we're gonna have us a little war. So when those people wake up in the morning and that dawn light creeps through their window, they're gonna see the aftermath of the great flamingo fuck up. And it's gonna be goddamn glorious. I'm gonna fuck up some flamingos
That
in.
is rad. Jacob, can I take this one step further and make it even a little bit creepier?
Hell yes.
These flamingos are in mixed condition, which means that some of them are going to be brand new and some of them are going to be fuck awful. So what we do is we start with the brand new ones and we leave them we set them up so they look all nice. And then every night we make them progressively more damaged and worse.
That's goddamn fantastic. I'm happy to know you.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with this.
You're damn right. So much you can do with the flamingos.
I really want to hear the logistics how you sneak 17,000 bits of hollow plastic that are about 2 to 3 feet long. How you sneak that much, anything that makes that much noise, into a suburb in the middle of the night. And don't set off the thousands of tiny yappy dogs.
You know it's easy to sneak and makes no noise? A rash.
Yeah. Nobody has to know you have a rash,
Yeah.
other than all the constant
Scratching and everything
stuff
else.
you'll be doing. But yeah. I mean, the thing is, taking a stubborn rash,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
I have spent years at dermatologists. I have unguents and creams the which you have never heard of stockpiling my house.
Yeah.
So a stubborn rash, I might not even have to go to the doctor. I might just have to just go home and open up the cabinet and be like, lo, look upon my plenty. I'm going to start with you, 0.5% cortisone. We're going to give you a good go on that little rash you need to get done. Yeah, work that right into the thing. 2 days, 3 days later, I'll be like, that's not doing the job. 1.0, Cortate. I like this stuff. Usually does a better job. Oh, you're still not quite going away. A week later, I look around, I'm like, well, got to go for the hard stuff. That's it. Pro topic right there. Tacrolimus ointment. They use this stuff so that you don't reject organs. And I'm going to take some of that and rub it on that rash, and we'll see if it goes away or not. It's going to stick around for 6 weeks, but you know what? In the process, I think I'm going to get to know my body a little bit better.
Man, if I ever get a rash, you know who the first person I'm texting is? I want to text Beej, and I want him to kick in the fucking door to my house and just have a bandolier of Chewbacca with just creams and
like,
ointments. Yeah. And he's like, let's spread it on! And I'm like, just fill me with your ointments, Beej. And I lay down, completely naked, and vulnerable.
Yep. Like a baby that needs its rash taken care of.
And then you apply your ointments like one of your French girls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this shit on lock. This has been my life since I was 4 days old.
Yeah.
I know how to take care of my skin.
Beej was forged in the fires of stubborn rashes.
Based on the previous talk, Mick, it does not surprise me you have a bunch of lotions.
Medicated lotions.
Given to him by medical professionals.
The tingling is how you know it's working.
Definitely. But I mean, you want to make that skin. Why am I defending him?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's talk more about these flamingos and what we can do with them.
Because I'm going to go, I mean, as much fun as it sounds, and for Beej to come in like a creamy Chewbacca, as much fun as I'm totally, by the way, would watch that all fucking day.
Does that mean I'm a rashed Han Solo?
I'm going to go on, with this inheritance, like, we've merely put forth one scenario of what you could do with these flamingos. Yes, you have a good point. There are some logistical things we'd have to work out, but we have the creativity, we have the will, we have the whimsy in order to make that work, and that's only one thing that we could do with all of these goddamn flamingos. We could do something creepy with them, we could start a new art project, we could take them to Burning Man and sell them at $5 a pop. Well, no, we could sell them before Burning Man at $5 a pop for whatever wacky-ass peyote-fueled art projects they want to get up to. Like, there are things that we can do, and we're here located in the Pacific Northwest. We could take some of these down to Portland for art projects. I mean, this could be a business venture, a creative venture.
We could attach them to crypto. You know, you have some sort of a bird coin sort of thing going on.
When you said crypto, I'm sorry. I thought you meant Superman's
Oh, Superman's
dog.
dog, yes.
And I was like, yeah, we could do that. Let's fuck it.
Nothing's to say we can't paint it up with a Superman outfit and make it a Superman flamingo, sell them off that way.
That's very true.
Jacob, have I ever told you what my favorite play is?
You have not ever told me what your favorite play is. What's your favorite play?
That would be the lottery.
Do tell.
The story of the village that brings people together, and they hold a lottery every now and then to decide who is going to get stoned to death with stones by drawing pieces of paper out of a box, and the person with the black spot gets killed that way.
That's uplifting as fuck.
This is your favorite play?
It is one of them.
May I pause for a question?
Sure.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? You are all real dark and like, holy shit. I mean, I'm into it. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, so the thing I can't decide, which is funnier though, is the people in the town draw the flamingos out of like a big old vat and one of them is painted black? Or are the flamingos... Yeah?
Stone them with the flamingos.
That's exactly it, yes.
That's way goddamn funnier. Yep.
I worry that you're going to ruin a lot of lives with your suburban invasion plan, because the homeowners association will react to seeing flamingos on everybody's lawns and have a complete shit hemorrhage when they can't figure out why everyone did that and why they're contravening the rules.
Okay.
It's okay, we've got other ideas. Jacob?
Yeah.
Are these hollow flamingos?
And they typically are.
Great.
Well, they're not filled with chocolate, I hope. I mean,
No, not yet.
Some of them might be filled with black mold,
But do you know what else you can put in hollow things?
chocolate or black mold?
Peruvian marching powder. That needs to come to Canada.
That is very, very true. First you get the money.
Yep.
I'm sorry, first you get the powder.
Yes. Then you get the flamingos.
Then you get the flamingos.
Then you fill the flamingos
Flamingos.
with power. Yes.
Yes.
Then you get arrested by the DEA.
After a time.
I mean, after a time. But boy, we're going to go out in a beautiful pink flamingo-filled Peruvian marching powder orgy. Why is this everything so fatalistic here?
It's-
But, okay.
It's going to be like Scarface.
Yeah.
But with a lot more flamingos,
Yes.
is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yep.
Flamingo face.
Counterpoint. Beej and I haven't killed anyone with our rash yet, and we haven't tried to smuggle drugs with it.
Yeah. No, aren't going to be small children who are suffering because of our tiny rash.
Yeah.
There isn't going to be like an all-out manhunt because of our tiny rash.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, there was that rumor that the rash was the actual like a map.
yeah.
It's like that part in Waterworld where they're trying to find that girl with like the map on her bag. It's
Yeah.
like, I heard the rash was in the shape of Madagascar. Or
There's
something.
some sort of weird thing, the island where you would find the treasure, and then like the real inheritance, right? And it's like, finally when we got caught, they tore off our shirts and they realized it's like, oh wait, no, even if you stand them together, it doesn't actually make any sort of picture.
We just have a dead relative with a hoarding problem.
And her moldy flamingos.
That happens
Yes.
all the time.
I look, I rather mold than a rash, and because our family motto is obviously.
Rather mold than a rash.
I was going to say, don't be rash.
Oh, that's a good motto too.
Thank you.
So what we've arrived at is that we've tried to scare Jacob off, and it's not working because he's actually into this kind of shit. So that's exciting. And that Beige is the first person I want to call when my eczema's acting up. Mm-hmm. And that you two have some exciting ideas about intercontinental travel. So I'm going to give this to Team Anime as an art form, who've just been killing it because they've really turned a negative into a negative for them that doesn't also endanger the lives of others and spread misery and economic hardship.
Until they die, maybe.
Whimsy.
What is whimsical about drug smuggling?
I mean, have you seen Narcos? Like a bunch.
There's never been a Disney movie about smuggling drugs.
I would say that actually Sleeping Beauty would definitely be the one where that old lady comes in like, here, have this apple. It's totally not laced with PCP. And then she has the apple and she has a PCP dream for a week.
Could be Snow White you're talking about? Not entirely certain.
All right, so like 50 points to them and 52 points to you.
All right.
So, Team Anime is an art form. You guys win. Congratulations. There is no prize.
Oh.
Except a
good too.
variety of emollients or oils you can rub upon yourselves. Oh, look at this beautiful friendship.
Yeah.
Look what we've made here on the Panelists. So, your prize is friendship.
You can't spread the rash if you both have it.
That's right. We're technically immune,
Yeah.
or we both have it.
That's not immunity.
Should we hug?
I mean, I guess.
Is this a hug?
I think so.
Okay.
And I don't know how humans do it.
All right, you keep doing that, and while I say thank you so much for watching the Panelists, please join us next week for more of whatever this is.